They were kiting nuts. Nuts went in and then went out, and that was the moment that they charged in. However, Orang was able to one kill. I think their Sork was able to secure one kill as well. But like what you mentioned, if their stack would be kited or destroyed, it's just so hard for them to sustain, since we have a champion that can easily pick off players from NYOIBO.
Yes, I think the thing that they did not, they were not able to execute there on the
Mm-hmm.
side of Nuevo is to take down the HP and the
Mm.
Osiris Guard of Orang, which is their champion on the side of
Yes.
Break. And by that time, they have no other options but to switch targets because
Mm-hmm.
Orang already is on the back line, and they
Yeah.
cannot push it that further because if they continue to pursue the champion, their team will be eliminated by the Paladin.
Mm-hmm.
And the Paladin is really good in terms of initiating. We
Mm-hmm.
could really see on the first 30 seconds of the fight how it tries to initiate on getting the first Gloria Domini on either of the two DPS on the NYOIBO's side, and that went well.
Well executed strategy coming from POEK. At some point, we thought that NYOIBO was having their footing. However, they were able to turn the tables and flip it to their advantage. They our game number best of 5 series here in our semifinals. They won, and yeah, we're just waiting later on for the stats. We are talking about Orang because he did really do a stellar uh, um what he did during the game number 1. Yeah, his performance
Nonton live
was
stream
really
nggak,
on
Ger?
point. However, he won't be able to successfully land his DPS.
Ini si
It's worth
Kebo
also
live stream.
for what you mentioned, Nuts and the rest of the team, because they were able to set up the stage for Orang.
Yes, they have cleared the battlefield so that Orang could finally get an Asura strike without being contested with
Ada
a
questnya
spell
lagi.
or buff strip from the enemy's professor, because that is one way for you to counter a champion. But then
Yes,
again, they failed
spell
to
him.
do that. Yeah, but they failed to do that, and they were taken down multiple times, like 3 times, right?
Yeah,
So one thing that I could commend though on the side of NYOIBO is how they defend their
Yes.
side after getting both of their DPS taken out of the battlefield. How fast they were able to resurrect the fallen brother or fallen player on their side. But however, the aggressive tactics of POEK is not gonna be something that you could stop by just supporting your party members, right?
Yeah, and that's part of their strategy, not giving a breather to their opponent, just pushing their way and dealing DPS, because that's how their lineup is built. And hopefully they'll be able to use this kind of strategy and make it work for game number 2. However, for NYOIBO, let's think of an adjustment. They already know who to target, and they're actually aiming for the champ. That is the thing. They are aware of who fire. They're also aware of their timing. However, let me stop this thought. Let's go back here with the stats here. Orang with kills, Nuts with 1. But look at the damage. Nuts has 1.84 damage. I mean, I don't know who's gonna be the MVP at this point. Could be Nuts. I think
Well,
SNS
we
and
could bet on Nuts. I think Nuts
SNEC.
has performed very well here, but then again, on the other side, on Akdut's side, it's also really good. So let's see.
Yes,
All
let's
right.
see that later on.
Okay, let's see that later on. But as of the moment, as you can see, it was in terms of the data, it was a very close fight. But then again,
It is.
it's just the movement and the rules of the team deathmatch that came into play. That's why POEK got the point there because of the kills. And in terms of the damage, as everybody may remember, if you have both the same number of kills in any of these matches, then that's the time that the system will be looking forward to the total damage that your team has dealt. And after that, if both are still the same, that's the time that they will be looking into the healing.
Yes, that is correct. So for those who weren't able, who doesn't know about the tiebreaker stuff, so that's how we deal with it. Now going towards game number to be Blood and Gold. POEK side here. I mean, this is NYOIBO. We have Leal X. And the rest of the team, I think they are not yet locking in. However, some of the people here has 2 deployment counts remaining, has not been deployed, meaning to say, we know Blood and Gold, they're really good with this. Okay, Shapeshift Ops, not so. As I mean, we're not biased here. All right, this is based on the stats and the info that we have. Stats don't lie. And you know, if they are pushing for Blood and Gold, one thing is for sure, NYOIBO, they wanna have a revenge. They wanna tie this right.
We're to make up for the lost point on the first match, and that's the clear reason why they will be choosing the Blood and Gold map on this second fight. And as what we have right now, they are looking forward to this with the usual Paladin Champion Professor matchup or team composition, supported both by Bard and High Priest.
Oh.
And as I can remember, one of the, I think, the MVPs of the previous fights that is really close. They were really close in the previous fight on Blood and Gold, and it's really exciting is how good Lil has been adjusting with the kills and with the matchups or the focus on which one to get the coins from in this map. Because in this map, there are certain things that you have to consider, not only your sustainability or your team's sustainability, but also the mechanics of the map, the Goblin King, the AoEs, and your enemy.
So I was a bit surprised because NYOIBO, now they have a champ as well. I think what they're gonna do here is to take down whoever ever has the most gold coin from the opponent from POEK. But anyway, for POEK, we have FXFEU. This is the first time that we will be seeing them play. This is their first deployment. We have Whimsy, Mavis, Minako, and Mavis again. They have a drama. Okay, they do not have a paladin for this one. And a Dharam and a biochemist for Blood and Gold could really work out. Especially, they have Minako here, which is a performer, so very tanky. Because if you already have the gold coins, Immortal already mentioned the mechanics of Blood and Coin, and we will be walking you through you guys through the whole mechanics later on when we commentated the game number 2. However, you really need to be tanky because there's a lot of AoEs mentioned. You're gonna battle up against Goblin, aside from and stuff, lasers and all. I mean, you have a lot of. Your thoughts with the kind of lineup of each of them? Any thoughts?
I mean, in a way, it's still workable or using a Doram instead of a Paladin on this sense. Because the Doram is mobile. It's the mobility of the Doram is superb, and it is really needed in this type of map. And apart from that, the debuffs and the support capacity of the Doram is what makes it, in my opinion, service will still work. It still depends on which one is gonna be, focused, and which one is gonna get the coins on the late end. Because if you have the HP of the Goblin King not being able, not going down to like 10% or 0%, you still don't have enough coins to work around in this fight. But then again, as we can see, NYOIBO has obtained all of the coins on the first 10% HP of the Goblin King, and they are really sustaining themselves in this part of the fight. Because if one of them falls, and then that will be the start of their downfall, because they will be totally supporting on that player that fell.
That is correct. The beauty of this map is that even if you are the first team to gather all the coins, it's just so hard to actually keep it until the very end. Yeah. We have a lot of time here as compared to the other maps. So if you got all the coins, you have to defend the coins unless you want to take down the Goblin as early as you can. Here at this point, killing and dying doesn't really matter if you have the coins. So the main focus here is to just take down the coin holder. Mavis receiving damage here, but doesn't matter. Mavis doesn't have coins at this moment. I mean, the champion, not the High Priest. August might go down as well, but will be sustained. So the main damage dealer here is going to be August and Cardinal from NYOIBO. On the other hand, POEK will be Mavis the champ, just Mavis.
Okay, I can see the clear strategy that NYOIBO is pulling off here. They're trying to disable the party's quick resurrection by just killing their full support. In that way, they could focus more into killing other party members while the full support is being resurrected by the other full support, which is a bard, which we know that resurrects slower than the high priest. In this way, they will be getting more coins. But then again, the POEK side have already figured this one out. And you can see a bonded faith with a Mavis or their full support with the Minako and also with Whimsy, because those two party members are gonna be having a better time in supporting the full support. So if you have a very fragile full support because the Osiris card is already no longer on the table, that is gonna be one of the strategies to counter this type of offensive strategy by the NYOIBO.
Yes, and that is what POEK is doing. They keep on killing and killing Chase, and it's hard actually for have a breather here to regroup or whatsoever. August gonna go down as well. Leal taking in damage. So they need to find their footing. They need to regroup. But it's just so hard for NYOIBO to have that because POEK, they have been continuously giving damage. Mavis, you're really tanky. Just running away from August. And here we go. A lot of gold coins will be dropped by Goblin, and 16 to 12 still at the advantage here is POEK. They were able to get the coins from Chase. Like what you mentioned, they are focusing on the supports and they had been focusing with Chase.
Yes, we can see clearly right now that this is getting more and more exciting by the second because of the low HP of the Goblin King. Once it goes down, that is when the real 1 minute is gonna count. That is when it can make or break the game on any of the skill casted and any of the movement of your party members. On this side, oh my goodness, look at the performance of Cardinal on the side of NYOIBO. He's been picking one player after another because they have, but the key here is which player has the coin. But then again, it's just about which one you want to disable in the other side.
16% health here, 15.61, and this is going too fast, 22 to 18, but not so much of an advantage with POEK. We know that POEK is leading. We are dictating the game here. Though Cardinal still holding on. We're currently watching Hotaho healing, just coming out of the battle because it's going to be Hotaho who has coins here. I think more coins will be dropped at this point. 19 to 16. They might be able to. Chase is going down again. And POEK was able to reclaim that. You mentioned the last minute is going to be where the real battle begins. 5% health here of Goblin.
Look at this clash. You can even see who is gonna get the coins here.
Yes.
You might be looking at one player having the most number of coins, but it's impossible. That clash was really good. Okay, there we go. This is the last minute of the fight. Let's see who will be reigning supreme in this fight. As of the moment, the NYOIBO side has been getting the more coins. And on the POEK side, they are lacking coins as of the moment. So they have to run. They have to secure this coin. They have to support whoever got the most coins on their side. And even though they still managed to take down the Doram on the side of POEK. And they now got 39 coins as opposed to 21 coins on the other side. Oh my goodness. Can they still make it up on this?
18 seconds.
I think oh my, that's impossible. That is really impossible. They're only running after one person, and we have 5 seconds to go. Oh no, we are gonna get a clean sweep here with NYOIBO. 41 points.
Racking that game, number 2, tying the best of 5 series here at the semifinals, day 1. Once again, that is POEK and NYOIBO giving us a really interesting and amazing matchup for the evening. And only goes to show that they are really prepared when it comes to Blood and Gold. This is their map. However, Immortal, I mean, we are celebrating. It's really fun to have a tie. However, next match is going to be a team deathmatch.
Yeah, another
Again,
team deathmatch
right? But for now,
after
let's focus on. Okay, so let's have.
and as I've seen a while ago, their way of protecting the coin holders on that fight is really crazy. The way they try to cover the side of Lille, the side of Cardinal, who are always escaping from the POEK team. I'm really happy seeing that. You know, I mean, this is always a really good game to watch when we have a blood and gold, because
More
you know,
games like this.
yes, you can never tell what will be the output of the game, not unless the last minute come into the clock, right?
Totally agree. Totally agree. And also, we've been seeing Cardinal. You've been mentioning Cardinal. He has been focusing with Mavis, and it's so hard for Mavis to actually check out those gold holders coming from NYOIBO. But to be fair for POEK, they are also successful with taking down Chase. That is a performer. That is a tanky player. But they managed to take him down. So that's props to POEK. However, one thing is for sure, this is the best map of NYOIBO. Even our records show this is their highest rating map all throughout our stages, qualifiers, quarterfinals, and now proving to us again that this is their best. But later on, we'll be showing them the stats. But I'm quite intrigued for game number 3 because this is going to be again a reset, right? A bit of a reset.
Yes.
All
But
in POEK, cuman
as you have
all in
mentioned,
cuma
the game 3
1.900.
is upon our hands, and this is gonna be on the team
beli
deathmatch
kostum
map
kemarin.
again, which is really a big problem for the side of NYOIBO,
Sisa
since
tinggal
they still
1.900.
haven't
Ya,
figured out the
gue kira
strategy
tuh
to battle the
jedanya banyak loh.
aggressive style of POEK. And
Ada sehari
may I
dulu
just
gitu.
mention
Gue kira.
Cardinal again? I really think that what they did on that previous fight was commendable, since they tried to take down or tried to just disable the full support by continuously casting a Gloria Domini on it. How will it support the other party members if it cannot move, right?
Yes.
That's why I think it's really genius to focus on the full support, because usually you will be focusing on the counter DPS on the other team, so that you won't get damaged that much on that map. All right, so
yeah, here are the stats for game number 2. NYOIBO will be taking that game number 2, and Cardinal here with 14 kills, but the most goals will be Hotaho and Chase with 18 and 10 goals respectively. So Chase has some goals a while ago. However, you know, Mavis and his team, they keep on killing Chase, alright? So, still props to Cardinal for always taking down the DPS of POEK. I mean, look at if you're gonna compare the kills here, Mavis only got 8 as compared to 14. So Cardinal, he's so fired up in this game. And without...
as you can see, the MVP is Hotaho.
Yes.
Yeah, he has also a very high amount of coins here with the minimum deaths in this fight.
Oh, you play support too, right? Talbota play support.
In my dreams.
Okay, nice answer.
Yeah, I try to make it work, but if I continue to play support, I know it's gonna be boring for me. But on the other hand, I know that you are a support player, right?
I was saying both of us. It's a bit of an icebreaker or a trivia. Okay, more trivia here. So POEK is a Thailand stack, right? Correct me if I'm wrong. On the other hand, a mix of players from Indonesia and Philippines. So yeah, so that's a bit of a trivia as well. Now, we already showed them the stats, the MVP. Kindly introduce the next match.
Okay, we are at the third fight for the best of 5 match on our semifinals, and we are starting with POEK on the side of POEK. We have the starting lineup with SNTZ, Nuts, Orang Orang, X Haram, and Vindits. So we have seen their unsurpassable performance on the first fight, which is also on the same map. And I think, it's the same performance that they're gonna give. But let us know about NYOIBO side.
Dapet tadi 5.
Alright, for NYOIBO,
Soalnya
udah
kebaca juga nggak sih kayak dia mainnya kayak gitu.
Suzaku and Akduts. We have
tapi
here a super, a professor,
Asura
Kylie,
musuh
Karam, and
ngebunuh berapa
Cooper,
tadi?
and
Berapa
Hype.
belas ya?
Shout out to Hershey's. At some point we were
Tadi berapa?
at one
Mau
guild in
musuh berapa
another
belas
game.
nggak mati sekalipun
So I
anjir.
personally know her. So shout out to him. Okay, so no bias here though, no bias. So now, this is Team Deathmatch, and we know this is not Team NYOIBO's best map. However, on the other side, POEK, this is their best map, right? How many percent? 100? Is it 100% win
No,
rate?
I think it's 86% or
86.
8%. Yeah.
86.
Among those percentage, it's still very high, right? It's
Yes,
still very high. And because the NYOIBO has already seen their
Kalau ada
very
job 3
aggressive
itu get
tactic
off
a
hell,
while ago on the first match,
para
I wonder
healer-healer
how
nggak bisa
they
nge-heal
will
anjir.
be countering that strategy. I mean, you have to fight
Yeah,
sword
yeah.
with a sword, right? So they have to be aggressive as well, because we have already seen that their defensive play no longer works on this map, because it's only about 2 minutes. And they don't have that much
ceritanya
time
mau
to
rapat
figure
lagi.
out which one is the right target
Ceritanya
and which
kenapa?
one to disable in this fight. All right.
Alright, good evening everyone. Welcome to the game number 3 here. Team POEK and Team NYOIBO heading straight
Kenapa
into
spoiler
the
dia
battle.
dia
We're watching
mundur berapa menit?
done a while ago, just baiting.
Enggak,
Look for target
spoiler
here, just circling,
next update.
running around. They need to kite down. These players coming from NYOIBO, like baiting them to go
Kayaknya
out
pengen
of
baca
their
sendiri
stack,
atau
going into the stack, Nuts receiving damage. They're gonna slide. Quick slide up
Ayo,
in.
orang-orang
And that's
V2.
what's doing Susaki on the underhand, together with his teammates with their stack. This is a bit of the same strategy actually, right?
Yes, as we can see, they are
Niatnya ke
trying
warung,
to
gua malah
figure
jadi
out
ke
an
Gerlong
opening
cari.
here so that they can initiate properly. And by the time that si Suzaku has entered the battlefield, he was already targeted. That's why he has to
Enggak, gua
step
niatnya
back a
kan ke
little bit.
warung,
But
malah
now they are
jadinya
trying
ke
to focus
ini,
on
ke
Orang-Orang,
DT,
which is the correct
Gerlong
play,
gilir
and
itu
they
loh.
have successfully
Sapi
taken
gupi.
down Orang-Orang that fast on this clash. And that means that they are on the upper hand of this fight, meaning that Orang-Orang has to play carefully and at the same time fish out kills in this fight. But then again, he got taken down the second time.
That is
Waduh.
correct. Here, 15-15, 38 seconds. Susaka receiving damage, Nuts as well. They are clashing here at this particular area. Hershey sustaining his teammates. Nuts about to receive more damage here.
Aduh,
And looking at
orang-orang.
the kills, it's going to be Acteds with 3. On the other hand, Orang-Orang only has
Suruh
1.
lagi.
Is it going towards the advantage of NYOIBO?
Yes, I think this is going towards NYOIBO's side, because
Kenapa
their
tahu
cycle
darahnya
of
mau
skills
habis tuh
is
nggak
already
kabur
well
dulu ya?
coordinated in terms of who will be taken down next,
Atau emang udah
and
kabur?
it will be on
udah kabur.
the Actduts professors,
sama ini.
Dispel, and then the Gloria
Paladin,
Domini,
anjing.
and then
Emang
the
sebegitu kayak
burst
gua tadi.
from their
Udah
champion, and then
Asura,
that's
kabur,
it.
dikejar
We
Paladin.
got the second point
Wow.
for NYOIBO. Congratulations, NYOIBO, for your second point. Well done.
Wow! Only goes to show that NYOIBO, this team, they know how to adjust. They were able to see how Team POEK played during the team deathmatch, and they were able to adjust. And good game, really good game for NYOIBO. They were able to take that, giving us 2-1. And if you just tuned in, that is the current score of our tournament for the evening. However, hold that thought.
All
Immortal
right,
will be
we
giving us
have
something.
we have our second redeem code here on the screen. So if you have your game opened, just go to the rewards and redeem tab so that you could type our second redeem codes. Here, you will be getting 3 Eden chests, large Eden chests, and 10 Lotus Dew. I'm so happy that we can get, all of the players that are watching
Redeem
right now
code-nya
could
sampahan,
get
Jun.
additional gifts from the developers or from the game by just watching, right?
That is correct. You just watched, you tuned in, you supported your favorite teams, and you'll get this
Terus redeem
amazing
code tuh
rewards
kayak
coming from our
gold
team.
coin kayak
Pure Battle
500
Clash.
atau
Once again,
300
that
gitu.
is the second code. We still have another code and a lucky draw at the
Yes.
end.
I am so
Again?
excited. Personally, I'm so excited for the lucky draw. I'm gonna be, participating later. Hopefully, I win, and I hopefully it doesn't get that biased later. So
We're
that I
not
can
gonna
win.
rig it.
It's a battle pass. It's a bounty pass
Bounty.
at hand. Come on, who wouldn't want that? Everybody wants that, right? So please,
Yes.
everybody, stay tuned until the end of this stream because that is where my partner Nikki is gonna do the draw lots for the lucky draw. There is gonna be 3 bounty pass ready for you to take.
That is correct. So be sure to tune in until the very end. And if ever you just missed the other codes, you can always go back or just rewatch the live stream. However, you can ask your guildmates, have you listed the code number 1 or the code number 2? It's fine. You can redeem it later. Okay, so going back to the tournament hustle, we will be showing you guys later on more stats and everything. But yeah, we just concluded game number 3 with a bang, and that is Team Deathmatch.
That's a huge turn of
Yeah.
events.
Exactly,
And
exactly.
And I could really see what they changed on the side of NYOIBO so that they could
Satu-satunya
counter
perwakilan Indo ya
the
bisa.
aggressive play style of POEK. They tried to formally and correctly dispel and disable the champion from POEK. And by disabling the champion, they could
semua orang
easily
mana?
turn the
PH.
tides around and they could eliminate it easily. By eliminating it on the
Dari
first
dulu
30 seconds
ML
of
gitu
the
juga,
fight,
anjing,
it's just
Indonesia
gonna
tuh
be
kalah
easy
sama kamu.
once they have really coordinated the set of skills that are needed for them to get the additional kills from the side of POEK.
So those are the tips coming from Immortal. If you want to shut down a DPS, which is the main, I don't want to say focal point of a team, because that lineup is was really heavy when it comes to aggressiveness and DPS. You just have to shut it down or just, zone him outside of their stack or just kite him or zone out the support so that they will be able to enable him. However, here are the stats. Going back to game number 3 here, we can see that Akduts has a lot of damage here, 4.7 and 3 kills. Basically, Susaku just won, however, still contributed a lot to the team. On the other hand here, for the kills, Orang has only 3. So, yeah, that goes to show wherein we have a lot of kills when it comes to but you're gonna deduct that to the number of, what do you call this? Health or respawn, right? Respawn of each of the members, right? You have to deduct it. And that is the total of 15, right?
Yeah, but in this case, on the team deathmatch, if you got resurrected by a full support, it doesn't count as a deduction on the team's points. But nevertheless, a kill is a kill. So once you have a garnered kill, it goes to the data, and it still depends on that in terms of who will win this team deathmatch. And we have here the MVP, Akduts, dealing a total of 4.7 million damage. That's just crazy considering that Akduts, I can see Akduts really literally stripping or dispelling buffs at the same time casting lightning bolt. As you all know, if you want to strengthen your professor's lightning bolt, you have to key in the witch pet, which increases the damage or the wind skill type damage of your character, and that's what Akduts has been doing.
Yes, and again, I'm just gonna recap our score. That's 2-1 in favor now for NYOIBO, our dark horse, and the last top 4 in the semi-final round here at Cherkov. Now, it's still not the end. We are just approaching game number 4, and if you are currently supporting Team POEK, now's the time to do so, because this is going to be game number 4, and if Team NYOIBO will be able to take away this game, it's going to be 3-1. they will be advancing. That is the current predicament that Team POEK is facing. And I think looking back, NYOIBO, they have a lot of tricks and they are a bit of fired up. They have the momentum, probably gonna really put into good use. However, your thoughts with Team POEK, how can they bounce back, especially we don't know the next map?
I think in this case, considering that NYOIBO's already, used up their usage on certain
yes.
job classes on their team compositions, I think the POEK has a chance here to regain the point. And apart from the thinking that I don't want this to stop any shorter than after 4 fights, right? I want to drag this until we get a better fight out of all these 5 matches. And I really think that concentrating more on supporting the top DPS of their side is gonna be contributing more onto their success. And not only that, I really think that they should be together more on a contest, on a map. And that is the reason why we have the card contest on our 4th map. And this is what I'm talking about in terms of the the so-called what I proclaimed the meta team composition here, which includes a Doram, a Biochem, and a champion, which we have XFEU, Whimsy, Mavis, Minako, and Mavis for the 2 supports. I think this is gonna be a huge match, and in this case, I think if they would be making Whimsy a physical DPS, I think that would be a big turnout. Since on the other side, I think they don't have that much capacity to deflect the skill sets of a Biochem, particularly an acid demonstration. If Whimsy is going to be helping their team members in dealing damage in this card contest map, I think that will be sufficient enough for them to take the upper hand.
So the only difference right now when it comes to lineup, we have Lael, Chase, Cardinal, and Hotaho. This is the winning lineup from the Blood and Gold, right? So the only difference is going to be POEK, they have a Doram. On the other hand, NYOIBO, they don't have a Doram. They do have here a Paladin.
I think
was it the Paladin or Sword?
Yeah. But I think this one is a direct counter to the Doram because they don't have any other AOE skills here. Considering that the enemy has a Doram, which which will be casting a ton of AOE, then just one land protector or land protection, it's just over, right?
Yeah.
So I think that's a huge counter to the current fight of on the side of POEK. I'm not sure though how will POEK answer to that counter. And I think having a Paladin and a champion together on a card contest can be also a double-edged sword. They can gather a ton of kills, or if they fail to kill, they won't have any damage, much damage, because they don't have any professor on their side. I'm sorry, they have a professor on their side, but they won't have that much damage during the AOE spells.
Yeah, that's what we're talking about a while ago, about counters and stuff. So they do not, POEK doesn't have a sword, meaning to say no land protector. So it's just so easy to counter the AOEs coming from Whimsy and XFE. But let's find out if POEK will be able to pull this off. They have to hang on if they want to tie the series here to push for a game number 5 wherein everything will be refreshed. Now, going into the center, everything will be dictated. Game number 4 here will be the first one to be wiped. Lael taking damage, maybe stood August as well. At this point, you want to take down those players who has a resurrection, right?
Yes, I think that is one of the ideals here. But then again, an easier path is gonna be taking down the other DPS on the counter team, since that's a double whammy on their side. They cannot deal damage, and at the same time, they get deaths. and that is probably one of the reasons why POEK is targeting both Lil and Cardinal on this side. And apart from that, they have already claimed the first life of August, which is a big fit. But in the turnout here, the usual gameplay of the NYOIBO turning down or shutting down the full support, which is Mavis on the side of POEK, can it give the same result to the as the same of the Blood and Gold map?
Let's find out if it will be turned out the same like what you mentioned a while ago. However, this is the
Kayaknya Paladin emang gak
it
ini
has
ya,
always
kena
been like
doram
this when it
aja.
comes to card contest, because you really need to be really near the part if you test it, like the title implies. Here, someone's gonna go out for just a bit. Be August looking for another target. Now they tried to take down Mavis, the High Priest. They were able to do so. However, there's still a lot of direction coming from Minako. I think XFU does have a resurrection.
Yeah, this is the usual tactic here of Mavis. The two Mavis here, they like to go around this center map. I've seen it in a couple of clips before on their previous matches, as compared with the usual fight, which is whoever stands still the longest on this card. That's not the case for Mavis. They would like to move around so that they can pull other attackers out of the battlefield, so that they could further increase the defensive side on their party, and that they could navigate the damage from other party members to themselves.
Yes, and if this continues, one thing is for sure that both of them are very healthy. Both of them are at par. This is a really close match, honestly. August might be receiving damage, but he's sustained still by his teammates. We're seeing a lot of skills being thrown here, like Asura Strike. We're seeing Sacre here. I'm looking for other kills. Someone's really bothering relocating for a bit there. I think now going back to the regroup. August receiving damage and going down. But at this point, if the card does not move Immortal, what's the next objective that we're looking for? Yes,
I think
that's
the determining factor next is whoever gets the hiest number of kills, which we are seeing on the side of POEK. And I think their technique with Mavis, the two Mavis right now, going out of the field is really working, because it confuses the selector tab that you are using when you are attacking your enemies on these types of maps. I think that's the reason why Mavis is still untouched. The champion Mavis is still untouched as of the moment. It's because it's like it's just gonna prepare and then gonna do an Asura. It's gonna kill Otaho. Look at that, and then it's gonna go outside again. You cannot. Oh my goodness! Now Lil is angry now. He wants to kill Mavis. He says that, oh, this Mavis guy is always picking on our party members. I have to kill them. But no, you cannot beat a professor. Cannot beat the movement capacity of a champion. Yes, and as you can see right now, whenever they try to target any of the full support or the champion, they get confused, and now they will be left with the other DPS left on the POEK side, killing them one by one. As you can see right now, we have a total of 19 kills already on the side of POEK, as opposed with NYOIBO only have 8 kills, and they're dying one by one.
Kabur tuh, bisa nge-zap lagi
1
anjing.
minute 20 seconds here at the clock. August get down once again. August might be able to deal some damage, but still Cardinal was the sole responsible dealing damage at this point, but also quite squishy. I mean, he died just once. It has always been August. I think the target for Mavis here is August. If not, it's Chase. So these two players. On the other hand, Mavis very sneaky, going in, going out, hit and run, hit and run. And they know that.
Iya kan, aneh kan?
Tapi kalau mau di-relock harusnya memang bisa, Bo, karena dia
Nah, dia masuknya pakai apa anjir? Kecuali pakai base poporing ya. Cuma gua ngelihat dari tadi dia body relock terus buat masuk.
5,
tadi
POEK
Mavis masuknya
definitely
nggak body
has a
relok,
really
jalan.
huge advantage and might
Tadi
be
jalan.
able to tie the series.
Emang
Join
jalannya
us
cepat
for
kali.
a game number
Oh, tadi
5,
gitu.
30 seconds
Tapi
now.
ada yang
and
beberapa
our
masuk
clock
pakai
almost
body relok, nggak
continuously
Asura,
going down.
gerak dikit,
Hopefully for
ngezen
the
anjing
fifth
langsung
match,
cepet banget.
That's going to be team deathmatch, right?
Yeah,
Betul,
and
jalan.
Tadi udah body
as you
relok
were
tuh.
saying, look at this, look at Mavis. It's just like this player is just
Dia body relok
playing
tuh, si
with this
Cardinal.
guys. He's picking off the
Ngezen
kills
lagi.
Ngezen
one
lagi
by
tuh,
one
anjing.
from all
Dispel tuh,
of the
ngezen lagi
sides,
tuh.
and nobody can
Dispel.
even catch after that player. I mean, come on, Cardinal is only killing one after another, but
Yes.
it's not enough. And there we have it, the second point for
Wow.
POEK.
Berarti si orang-orang
Oh my goodness!
itu
I
nggak
think
bisa
POEK
main
is just,
Asuranya.
they're just laying around and saying that let's give this 2 points to them,
Si Cardinal
and we'll
dan
show
Dokter
them who
tadi.
we really are in terms of strategy, footage, and we can get them on the back of their thoughts. They wouldn't even know what hit them, right?
That is correct, Immortal. POEK showing us what they're made of, showing us why they are the tops, why they need to be here at the semifinals. However, to be fair, let's also give props to NYOIBO because they were able to get 2 points ahead in our series. It just so happened that POEK was able to tie it up. And now, at this point, we are currently tied with 2-2, forcing us for a game number 5, a full 5 series here in finals, and this is just day number 1. That's what we promised, Immortal, and I promise you guys that we're bringing you amazing action-packed filled tournament or matches for the evening. I know that the chat is divided to whoever wagered for POEK and whoever supported and wagered for NYOIBO, but however, this is your moment to actually show your support because this is the decider. Would refresh, however, it's going to be again team deathmatch. But
Yes.
Immortal, first team deathmatch, POEK won, right? A
Yeah.
recap. And then the second team deathmatch, it's NYOIBO. So I really cannot tell. It's anybody's game.
Yeah, me
What's
neither.
your thought?
Yeah, me neither. I really am excited to watch this final fight, and whoever wins this gets the upper hand on this semi-finals. But don't blame me. I did not. I know I wished for a 5th match, but this is better, right? This is better
Yes.
just than just making it 3-1. I think
Yes.
I kudos and I want to commend both team for exercising a ton of different new strategies, and at the same time counters to the other side's strategies. I mean, I've seen many fights from the Dimension Drill. I've commentated on some of the streams and on the top 32 elimination matches, but I have never seen this type of play from different teams. I know you cannot, I just realized that you cannot predict easily
Yes.
whoever will win a certain match if it is a fair play. It still depends on your movements, the counter moves, and if you will be doing the right thing. And if you will be making a mistake, because one mistake can haunt you for the rest of your life, right?
Yes, it would cost you a lot at this kind of level of tournament. This is the best of the best. They are the top 4. They emerge from different divisions, different brackets, and they are now here, one step away to our grand finals. So whoever will advance to grand finals, all I can say, both of us here, they deserved it. Whoever will advance, they have the grit, they have the discipline. You mentioned that they cannot have any misplay at this point. That is correct, because it will really cost you a lot. So everything here is well calculated. I myself, I cannot even imagine myself playing at this kind of level of tournament. So still, kudos to our players. So again, if you're currently supporting either of the teams, please support them because we are about to give you guys game number 5. However, here are the stats, right?
All right, so we have here the stats. I think, beyond the stats, even though you can see here that the highest damage here is going to be the Doram because it's the one making all of the AOEs on that fight. I think I want to commend the duo Mavis here because their movement is really very good on this map or on that fight. I think
Yes. Wow.
everyone can attest to that, right? You can really see how
True.
Mavis moves on one stair from another, and nobody can catch up to him.
That is correct, because he will be doing the hit and run strategy. Funny, but it's working. And a strategy, it is a strategy, no matter how cheap strategy. It's not. It's, it worked. He will be hitting Asura Strike, all bops in. Gonna go head into whoever will be called. This one is low on health, and he will land that punch away. And then he's gonna body relocate. And it just last minute before Leal was able to, hey, wait a minute, stop. Something is wrong. Okay? We have to take a look at Mavis. And now, let's move on to game number 5.
All right, as opposed to what we are expecting, game number 5 is gonna be Blood and Gold. So the side here who chose Blood and Gold map here is gonna be NYOIBO. Once again, they have performed very well on this type of map. And we will be seeing the same professor that we have seen a while ago, Lil, with their support Galen. And I'm not sure if they will be still changing to Hershey's. Here, I think they still have to change to Hershey's here, and NYOIBO on the side of NYOIBO as their Dora. Okay. All right, so we are now finalizing the format now. Okay, let me repeat. Now they're going to be going for the Paladin Champion Professor team composition with Hotaho and Chase as their support, and August as their Paladin, Lil as their Professor, and Cardinal as their champion. I mean, come on, I still have to commend also Cardinal's movement a while ago. He's still got 11 kills on that fight, and I mean, it's not easy. It's not an easy feat, considering that most of your enemies are really mobile on that stage.
That is correct. All of the insights shared to us by Immortal, we're gonna witness that later on as well. So just go back here. This is going to be game number 5. The last and the decider match. We have, I'm not sure if this has already been locked, but we've seen how the players performed during their matchup with POEK, and later on we're gonna be showing you guys the lineup of POEK. So again, a little info, whoever picks the map will be the first one to deploy, and their lineup will be known to their opponent, which is POEK. Now at this point, POEK will be countering that kind of lineup. And I'm not sure if this has been locked right now, but this is going to be Knots and Orang Orang. I think they have played a team deathmatch first one for the Blood and Gold 2. Was it Mavis team, Immortal? I have goldfish memory.
With all of the things that are happening, my memory is also blurry as of the moment.
Okay, we're hype. Understand us, chat. Okay. But anyway, back to us here again. This is the last match of the evening. POEK and NYOIBO, they've given us a full 5 match of the semifinals. Day 1. We have another day on Wednesday. Let's go now. Here, this is the best map for NYOIBO. Any insight or thoughts regarding the map and the chosen players?
I think on the side of POEK, this is also a good map for them, considering that they will be putting through the same DPS that they have brought into their winning matchups in this in tonight's tournament. And not only that, not only that they are performing well on this type of map, but this map is also the most exciting. I don't know. That's my personal opinion on this Tier Cup tournament.
True.
Right? Yes. And we really don't know what will, as I've told you guys, we really don't know what will be happening until the last minute. So everybody's clenching their cheeks here, and they're gonna be moving forward with the same costumes here, together with the other party members, and they're trying to get a hold of who will be losing the first Osiris card. And I think that is Lil, considering that Lil got immobilized there. I think his Osiris card is already disabled. On the side of POEK, we also saw that Vindutz also lost his Osiris card.
Okay, Nuts here receiving damage like the usual Nut he is. Liel will dropping. Will be taken care here by Chase. I think Chase was able to secure that, giving them 2 to 3 in their advantage. Just 1 gold away. August here receiving damage. Hotaho as well is the target here of everyone. We're currently watching Orang-Orang V2 for a target. And he is receiving a lot of lighting. Liel being checked right now.
Yes, in order for you to sustain your party member, you have to keep your Bard alive in this game. But then again, that is the current strategy of POEK right now, targeting the Bard on the other side. And considering that both the full supports and the Bard of the team on the side of NYOIBO has obtained the highest number of points on the previous Blood and Gold maps that we have encountered a while ago, I think they have to, they have to focus now on the full support of NYOIBO, and that is one way for them to stop the team of NYOIBO from getting as much coins as they can.
And that is what Leal is doing. However, Leal is taking damage as well. SNT sees both there. Heram and Vindus could be the target here because they have the gold coins. But yeah, Vindus gonna go down. Someone has taken the gold there. August a little bit. I mean, they need to take down whoever has the most. So Leal has been dying so much. I mean, just see that's here. However, he needs to pick up someone. Vintage is still healthy and just together with the other teammates here. August at the middle of everyone. All the chaos happening right now. 58 health of our Goblin, and that's the time we're in. He's gonna be throwing that gold, and it will be secured by POEK. This is not looking good for NYOIBO, but like what you mentioned, until the very last minute, still can go towards NYOIBO's advantage if they can focus and kill Vindus in this area.
Aduh.
Yes, as you have mentioned, they are both teams are focusing now on their full support and the Bards, because those two party members or those two job classes are the most capable of retaining their coins on the last minute of this fight. But on the other hand, look at the kills here. Both all Nuts, SNTZ, and Orang-Orang has already gathered or garnered a ton of kills from NYOIBO, and I think the reason for this is because NYOIBO's concentration of power is no longer on the center, and it has been disrupted ever since they have they have eliminated the party members, the Paladin and the Professor, because those two are the ones that you are expecting to disable the enemy here, both with the Dispel and the other with the Gloria Domini. And without those two job classes, it's really hard to counter the offensive skills of the enemy as of the moment. And as you can see, Nuts, SNTZ, and Orang-Orang are continuously getting the kills because they are just targeting August and Lil one after another. And I think the real fight is the real fight that we are seeing as of the moment. They captured the rhythm of the kills, and they are unstoppable at the moment.
That is correct. POEK, they are very aggressive. They are showing how. Nuts, we're currently watching Nuts here going up against Leal. Leal's gonna go down here. No DPS coming from NYOIBO. Now we're watching Chase here running for his life. Some of Luz will be casted on the other hand. Now going back into the stack of battle, they need to look for the support still. They need to take down someone. Goals has been dispersed at this point. 13% coming from the Goblin here. 9. It's still an uphill climb coming from NYOIBO. They
Anjing
need
itu
to try this
Paladinnya main bowling bash.
But it's so hard to do so since orang SNTC and Nuts, they are dominating when it comes to the kills. And it's just that Vindus and Heram, they are untouchable.
Itu trigger dari
because
Mongon.
Heram's gonna go down, and that would be a good opportunity for NYOIBO to take that goal. 26 to 12. As if they have
trigger banget ya berarti 4 biji kayaknya.
If they can take down Vindus, can they take down
Iya,
Vindus
4 biji kayaknya itu.
But can they take down with 0.4%? And now the Goblin King is now dead. Let's see if they will be capturing some of the coins here. Cardinal has obtained a ton of coins there, and they're trying to capture Orang-Orang because Orang-Orang has the highest number of coins as of the moment. We have 40 seconds on the clock right now, and they still have almost the same number of coins. Oh, they tried to go all in with Vindex, and they are successful. successful with getting the coins from Vindex, and that is making the coins on 37 and 23 on the side
Ayo,
of
kabur.
POEK, and we have 20 seconds left. As you can see,
Kabur.
they're still trying to get as much coins from the side of
Beda 10 poin.
POEK, but then again, it's still not enough. We have less than 10 seconds on the clock. Do we still have
Berarti
enough
bakal ritual
time
bagus
for
juga ya.
them to capture the
Serem
point
banget
from
ini
orang-orang?
tanknya.
And let's go. Oh my goodness, it's the Chinese
Woi.
they were the ones who got wiped out on the last 5 seconds of that fight.
Gila, serem banget.
Congratulations to POEK for getting
Udah
their
kepecah belah
third
ini
goal,
si
third point.
formasinya.
And that
NYOIBO.
closes our series with a 3-2.
POEK mantep bro.
And Team POEK will be advancing to our grand
Mantap.
finals. Again, give it up for Team POEK. Once again, don't forget as
Semi-final,
well
guys.
to put your hands together to Team NYOIBO.
POEK,
They've shown
bro.
us a real match, okay? So let's not forget the efforts
Rame banget di
of
WhatsApp tuh, woi.
Team NYOIBO. So
Gila,
at one point, they were almost
Itu
at
ngapain ngebolling
31-29,
base ya,
you know
cuma
that.
biar mundur-mundur
Yeah,
ya.
we
And it
have
was
seen
really
that.
exciting.
Ya,
And
tapi
it
itu
was really
gede-
close. They were
ngeburu
able to
banget
take
ya.
down Haram, the
Buat ngeganggu kan kayak
performer.
Nadine
However,
Nares
it's
sama
just
Disney.
hard for them to
Iya,
take down
kegeser.
Vindex, the High Priest, and nuts
Iya,
went
Fronteras
nuts. He
gua
went crazy. But anyway, stop
And
that.
speaking of crazy, we have the third crazy Rubin
Bowling base berdasarkan ini kan,
as of the moment,
Agi.
and everybody's gonna get 10 token of
Ya, jadi dia
Seafree
nge-spam
and 10 Yggdrasil leaf.
Itu
I mean,
sebenarnya
come on,
tuh
I
gua,
need
guys,
that
yang main
leaf
Mavis,
for
guys.
my throat as of the moment because of all of those shouting. I got so excited and
Sorry
I
ya,
was so
selama ini gua
pumped in
ngumpetin.
seeing that, and
Yo,
as I
Mac,
told
itu
you,
Cardinal
as
tuh
you
playernya
mentioned,
Fajar.
my partner
Fajar tuh
Nikki,
sudah
Coba
Coba
lu
we
itu
have seen
cara
a
ngisi SP
close
gimana,
tie
Mike?
on that coin.
Apa?
39
Cara ngisi
points.
SP-nya pakai skill
31
apa?
points.
31-29.
Pakai skill ini
29
apa?
points. I think the
Sacrifice.
thing that they overdid on the side of NYOIBO is they
Pakai shield.
overextended their offensive
Paladin mana
strategies or
ngerti gua, Cok.
offensive movements on the
Ya,
last
katanya lu yang main
10
Mavis.
seconds because it's it's a win or lose
Kalau main
already.
Yes.
daily
Either you kill
Oh,
the
Mavis.
enemy and
Mavis,
make them
Priest
drop
maksud
their
lu.
points and obtain it,
yang gua
or
mainin,
you
bro.
just you still lose
Ngeri.
even though even for just 10 coins or
Kita pakai lagi
5
Cek.
coin difference, it's still a loss. That's the reason why they risked it.
Whimsy
They
mentraktir
moved
500
forward,
ribu
but I think they
anjing.
overdid it and they forgot
Dikasih.
to support one another on that last 10 seconds, which led to, instead of the
Yeah,
POEK
yeah,
team
laki
going
lah,
down,
kayaknya
it's
kan.
their DPSs going down.
All right. I mean, I couldn't
Udah lah,
agree
udah
more, but
final, udah dapat
still,
berapa
we were able to
$10,000 tuh.
witness a really good matchup.
Berapa ratus
Only
juta
goes
tuh?
to show that they deserve
Kalau
Ya makanya langsung
POEK
langsung
and
nyawer di
NYOIBO.
diskusian kan 500.000.
I mean, hold your heads high. These teams are really great. And
Siapa?
as mentioned that but we really cannot tell. So all we can do is
Ini
just,
wah, itu
put our hands
semua.
together and give it up for this because they really showed us huge
Berarti tiap
effort, and
menang
this is how
ini
you
ya, tiap
put
menang
your
dapat duit
heart
ya,
when
enak juga ya.
playing tournaments like this. So yeah, once again, congratulations to POEK. You will be advancing. It's the Dolph Cat combination that will be advancing the team. Villas.
And
Yeah.
not only that, if you just if I would add a little bit to that, this is
Okay.
the first time that we are seeing POEK on on a game 5.
Oh yes, yes.
And NYOIBO is
Pertandingannya
the
cuma
only
satu.
one
Yeah.
to get them to game 5, and I think
Yes.
that is really the reason why they really clenched their teeth on the last match,
Mhm.
and they really prepared for that one, and
10M di
the
depan mata
movements from
500
both
kali dikit
sides
sok.
are unsurpassable. I never see myself getting
Oh, memang
even to
dapat
top
segitu.
96, right? Going to top 4 and
Enggak lah,
making this
dibagi-bagi
kind
tuh
of
kayaknya.
feat is really astounding.
Don't worry about it. We'll be the
Chat
ones
di
who
world
will
nggak
be
sih?
telling their nevertheless.
Dari
We're still
kanan,
here.
dari
Okay. Anyway, here
Dari
is
awal.
the stats of that previous match of POEK's victory for Blood and Gold. We have here the
Mavis
most
Kongret gives minyan.
golds from Vindits and
Jajan.
SNTC. Who would have thought that he was able to pick up
Saya
an
minta paket kanan
orang-orang
aja
as
2 biji
because
bang.
why not? It has always been Heram who has always been dying. So at some point during the end of it, orang-orang just running away, body relocating. It's just nuts. Going nuts, going berserk, ultra instinct, everything at the line here. Look at the damage, 19.95 million
Pakai
damage,
job
and
apa
we've
tapi
seen
dia?
him
Tadi.
do that
Paladi.
towards the end
Paladi.
of the game. So
Mana
I
poin?
mean, it's like,
Full-
it's
full
alright,
Indo ya?
Ram, if you die, I got you.
Indo
Si
semua.
XView-nya bukan.
Yes, and we always see
Gimana modelnya?
the two supports,
XP-nya
Aram and
XP-nya
Phoenix,
kayaknya
on the
manusia
back of
nyasar
Nuts,
gitu.
Si
and
XView
that
sama
just
X-Heran
Always,
bukan
always.
kalau nggak salah.
getting
Dia
that
model spec.
high damage. But nevertheless, the MVP for that fight is gonna be
Pindut
SNT
Vienna
with a
Gendut.
damage of 12.8
Pindut.
million.
Pindut.
The reason for this is because
Nggak
they
bisa
did
kan
not
pakai
see
gripon,
that
anjir.
SNTC has been carrying the
Dia pakai
highest
sacrifice
coins,
juga tapi
as
sambil main
I
itu buat,
thought it would be like the
gagalin
full
skill.
supports, right?
Mhm.
But they were always targeting the full
Bowling
supports.
base
They
itu kan
forgot
nyedot, kan?
about the DPS.
Doro.
Yes, so that was what
Bukan
happened
itu,
during the
teman.
previous
Jadi
match. Again,
ngumpul
this
itu,
is a
jadi nyedot jadi
3-2.
satu.
It was so close. It's not a landslide. It's a very close fight between these
Bowling
teams.
base-nya
So,
mungkin manual.
Immortal and I,
Anjing
we are
finalnya
very
Juli.
much,
Iya,
happy
beda
to
1 bulan
see that
apa,
these teams
lama
were able
banget.
to push
Masih lama,
for
coy.
all 5 games. So you were able to witness that pre-match. And later on, we will be giving you guys a surprise. So stick around. And yeah, we can talk about
kasihnya apa semua tuh?
what happened during that match. You mentioned that we already mentioned how
Apa, Pan?
they're always behind Nuts and SNTs
Trying to go behind because they know
Always.
that Nuts could
protected.
Goblok
easily
anjing, ada yang
cast
komen,
Gloria
"Hore, NYOIBO
Domini to
pensi
stop
pindah
the
game."
enemy from following them and killing them, right? Particularly on versus those high damaging professors out there, right?
Yes.
And
And actually, I think orang we haven't
Si Avi
really seen so
ini
much
jar
of his
Ben.
sure strike
Siapa?
during that match. But anyway, I think
Avi.
this is the surprise,
Oh my
everyone.
Wait,
banyak
I'm
yang
also
di
gonna
komen tuh.
comment that.
Alfi
Alright,
cheater,
I'll be
Alfi
giving them the
cheater.
mechanics.
exploit.
Dear chat, dear adventurers, please
Kabayan.
join our live comment raffle. All you have to do is to type in your UID plus your
Exploit
server
apa
name
dia?
plus your username plus
Nggak tahu.
your supporting team or whoever you are supporting. If it's me or Immortal, that's fine. You can
Ini
put it
sunat,
at the
sunat
comment
lagi
section.
mandi.
Be sure that it is valid
Enggak.
or else it will be forfeited. And
Proses
again, it
Oh,
will be
really?
automatically delivered to your in-game mail. So be sure that you type in the correct
Baru mau.
UID, server, and your username. It is one
Wah,
bounty
Yuri,
pass,
sudah.
and we will be
Iya,
doing this
iya.
for 3 rounds.
Wow.
The
Yang
entries
mencet
coming.
melon yang tadi.
We have a
Oh,
delay.
guys.
Actually, we have a delay in
I
chat.
can't
Yuna aja
I
jadi
can't stand that much.
malu gua.
Please pick me, guys. It's my
Itu tadi
partner
isi
Nikki is
dulu.
gonna
Next
gonna
isi dulu.
screenshot. So no hard
tadi
feelings
dipencet.
on my side.
Gagal.
Sorry.
Oh,
I
my
mean,
partner.
I'm telling you, you
Anjir.
can join, but don't expect
Nggak
to
pakai
win.
kondom.
Wait, how is that happening? No, I must have equal chance of
Push.
getting this win.
No,
Alright.
we cannot rig it. Anyway, live comment raffle, round 2. Again,
Oh.
type in your UID plus your server name plus your username
Yang-
plus your
yang terakhir
supported
tuh pakai-
team.
katanya
Example,
pakai
my
plus tadi.
UID 5678 plus my server name Frontera6 plus my username Niki plus my supporting team Immortal and Nikki.
Immortal Nikki. You can call us Immortal Nikki
Komen guys.
or Nikki MBGG, whatever you want.
Yeah, you can call us that, whatever. But
Siapa tahu menang
we'll be
Revo.
giving away another bounty pass.
Oh my goodness! Hopefully I win one. At least one. Please give it to me. I worked hard in this. I worked hard in shoutcasting also. This is hard to work for.
Anyway, going towards round number 3. Everyone, adventure, get ready.
Wah, jadi
Put
nge-live
in
nge-live
your
gitu ya.
UID plus your server name plus your username plus your supported team. Do it now. Do it fast. We're taking more entries and we'll
Yes.
be doing the
Keep them
screen
coming, guys. Keep them coming.
This is very fair, okay, Immortal? You're not you're allowed.
Anjing gua nyepam gini ya.
That's how fair it is. I'm only allowed to send my credentials, not win.
At least we allowed you to join in, right? Okay, again, do not message me or Immortal because it will be automatically sent to your in-game mail. Automatic. Okay?
Don't send us hate comments by not winning.
Don't be like that. Don't be like that.
Yeah, some people are.
Don't be like
Ya
that.
cekin game
We're
aja.
here for sportsmanship, camaraderie and stuff. So yeah, that is the third and final round. Don't worry, guys,
Udah
if
habis,
you
Rick.
did not win.
Live
We still
record.
have another round for the next semifinal, right? So
Dapat
Yes.
hadiah apa emang Rifle nih?
Bounty pass.
yeah,
Alright.
so before we wrap up, Immortal, anyone you wanna shout out or thank you?
I mean, I am so honored not only to be shoutcasting this semifinals for Ragnarok Origin Classic.
Lumayan
I'm
lah
so
dari
honored to
2000
witness
orang yang
the
nonton.
the
Siapa tahu.
crazy strategies and the genius minds of these players in order for them to just gather
0,2%.
more kills or
Immortal
gather
MBC
more
gitu.
wins for their party. And not only
Suaranya
that,
Immortal
I'm
MBC
also
gitu.
honored to be commentating this live with my partner Nikki, and I'm so happy and thankful to everybody who have watched my journey or our journey starting from the top 96 on this tier cup. And I just want to say thank you last but not the least to Ragnarok Origin Classic for this amazing tier cup. I mean, this is a many first for me. The first time that I've witnessed a $1 million prize pool. The first time that I have witnessed the fair play in a highly competitive match. And the first time that I have you as my partner.
All right. As for me, it was an incredible series with this here tonight. Congratulations to our winners, Team POEK. They will take another step towards the grand finals. And then commendations as well to Team NYOIBO for their skills, teamwork, determination, and that what makes Tier Cup actually. Thank you to everyone who joined us for the English commentary tonight. And we will be seeing you guys for the semi-finals day 2 on Wednesday. Same time, same channel, but for now, it has been me, Nikki and Immortal on Wednesday.
See you guys. Bye-bye. Have a nice night.
I'm taking the winners.
Sudah beres.
Mike, lu butuh vote yang apa, Mike?
Yang start aja 5 itu.
Yang all start ini?
Iya dong, yang paling bawah.
Enggak yang Max HP?
Nggak usah. Gue Max HP bikin sendiri. Yang dari si Mario Jawa, yang itu. Terus gue makan 2 jadinya.
Oh, itu nggak bisa makan dua.
Enggak bisa, Mike. Gimana?
Ya udah nggak apa. Ya udah yang start aja, gampang gua.
Banyakin yang respon 20%.
Boleh itu juga.
Soalnya itu bisa dipakai.
GG ya jadinya.
Gua dari tadi di sana dipakai sendiri.
Boleh pan yang itu juga.
Udah terlanjur bikin jangan ntar.
Tak apa-apa. Ya udah. Ntar gue bikin sendiri aja yang restock.
Enggak, besok kan masih bisa, tenang.
Ya aman.
Jeninya masih 300 juta.
Gas. Udah di mana pan kamu di rumah